That's what it's all about right there.
Relive that. We just had to reboot it. There was no sound coming through for the first minute.
Are we hot now? Are we live now?
The video was there.
Okay.
Now we got
AJ Monahan, senior captain, here at 126 already. AJ 3-0 this season. Luke Plotz, junior, 1-2.
Around the way.
AJ in him, nice single.
Yep. And like AJ has done all year, does not need anything special here or anything big. Just continue working your stuff.
Just do what he does.
That's a hard torque.
That's a nice torque there. This is what we talked about, right? Captain's leading the team.
You called it.
Nice cradle here. There you go. Sit back.
Take your time. Lots of juice from the West effort bench. Clearly learned a lesson in momentum of Saturday's loss.
There you go. Scoot back. There you go. Kick that leg out.
Plot's doing a nice job fighting.
Plot's fighting off this guy. That cradle's tight.
Both wrestlers understand how important bonus points are here. Not a whole lot that AJ can do from this point except for just trying to continue to work his hips away and flatten.
There you go.
That's where he wants to be.
That's
nice
right. There it is. Boom. Nice. Way to lead there, AJ.
That'll make the score 12-6 as we already move into 132. It's unbelievable.
Is this Dan McKinnon?
And here we begin the murderer's row of Collingswood. You know, they get really tough here from 38 through basically heavyweight. Our own fire plug and spark plug and Justin Monzo. A lot of action anticipated here, Tone.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it right now.
He's a finish on the mat. Tries to hit the slow-mo duck. Almost got out. Got his arm caught there. Good job by McKinnon. Going right to the leg. Yep.
There you go.
Monzo looking for two. Little funk roll. McKinnon also.
We know we're getting that every week.
Oh, yeah.
McKinnon wrestling tough.
Yep.
Oh, he's got the two.
We've seen Justin in this situation before. Not the first time he's given up the first takedown. Tough enough to come back, though, and obviously, Tone, as we know, can hit moves from just about anywhere. As we track down to under a minute. 2-0 McKinnon.
These are the matches we need, though, because, you know, they're going to be really tough in the middle of the lineup.
Absolutely. Definitely a toss-up match here, Tone. You know, You talked about captains leading the charge. Great to see Michael Griffith, our 220-pound senior captain, back in the mix tonight. That should certainly add some fire to the top end of the lineup.
Yeah, giving up that 6 the last 3 matches was really difficult.
McKinnon here trying to work the bar. Needs to stay above the elbow for it to remain legal. He's got it tight. Justin doing a good job of staying away from it and just cinching down. Short time,
Justin. Here we go.
McKinnon working hard, trying to get some late back points with 5 seconds to go. All right, tough, hard-fought first period by both guys. Going into the second, we see McKinnon up 2-0 with the team score. The Eagles up 12-6.
This would be a big win. If Justin can pull this off, this is a big win for us.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
He's got to get up and get out.
McKinnon proving to be a pretty good wrestler on top here. Patience is a virtue.
There you go.
You know, this is a situation where even if Justin gets ridden out for the period, which is not a good thing, do not give up back points.
Exactly.
2-0. Keep yourself in a match.
Would be nice to see him get out. That's why you take bottom. There you go.
Got to scramble now. Got to scramble.
Fight the hands. Ooh.
Good mat return.
Nice mat return.
And I'll tell you what, Tony, one thing that takes a toll on a top wrestler is no matter how hard you get taken down as the bottom guy, you keep working your way back to your feet. That wears on the top guy.
Yep.
You know, that takedown sounded hard, but if Justin keeps working back to his feet and making the top guy work, he's got a shot. Does not need to get...
Is it double arm? Can't give up 6
would
here.
be deadly.
This would be really bad. Way to work out of that. McKinnon putting on a little clinic here.
Sure is, doing a heck of a job on top. Puts him up 5-0 with 54 seconds to go in the second.
There you go. That's
Big
it.
one.
Yeah, Doug, nice double.
Talked about that in the JV match.
Oh.
Still got a shot to come out.
Seconds, that's going to be tough.
Big momentum swing right here if McKinnon can pull this off.
I don't think
Short
we were
time.
looking for this.
Oh, 7 seconds to go. Ties it up, 12-12. So we trade sixes there, Tony. And as much as that pin hurts, it magnifies Eric Herrera's pin at 20.
Yep.
As we continue to trade sixes, I'll tell you what, the start of this season has been just pin city in every match.
Every match.
I mean, there is very few in between. Did not anticipate this match starting like this, I'll tell you that, as we look at freshman David Wright, who's been getting better and better against Nate Ifey, sophomore, 19-19 a year ago, 2-1 tonight. And we've seen David lose some tough matches. Tony seems to learn a little bit every single match he goes out there, and certainly a fighter, but Ifey taking it to him from the start.
Exactly. He's a wrestler, seems to be getting better every match, learning a little bit, miss mistakes. He had a real good match on Saturday.
Yeah, I think this is one of those matches where David needs to weather the storm early and get this thing to go as deep and as long as he can get it. Hopefully win the fatigue battle and be able to score points late, because Ifey certainly has come out on fire.
Yes, he has. Ifey's going hard right here.
Wrestled a lot of matches last year as only a freshman, 19-19. So, not afraid of the fire by any means. And Collingswood as a team last year finished 20-5. That's a great record. Made it to the sectional semifinals. As we discussed in the opener, the major graduation was to their state champion Andy Clark, who moved on to Rutgers University.
So this is an important match here.
Caution tap. No big deal. You get 3 of them before you give up a point, so Ifey not concerned.
David's right in there, 2-0. Fighting it off.
Yeah, needs 1 before the period, 48 seconds. Take your time here.
Nice.
That's a big one. Now you got to wrestle. Again, weathering the storm. Collingswood bench looking for, wants to start getting in the ear of referee James Boland about some stalling. Takes toughness to finish from this position, Tone.
Yeah, it does. Just got to suck that in. Ifey fighting it off well. Nice sprawl there.
Good to see David get on the offensive, though, as well, and not let Ifey continue to take it to him. He cut the corner here.
There you go.
Limp arm out, could score 2 with 8 seconds to go. Would be a huge 2. David down 2-1 right now. Looks like that's how the period's going to end.
Ifey working that head pretty well.
And three-quarter Nelson on top from Ifey just to fight it off and not give up the 2. That was a good job defending. Much different match if David gets that takedown.
Here we talked about every match, Jay. Here it is when you're on top, right?
Yep.
Ride. One, not two. One, not two. One, not two.
That's a hard switch with a locked hands. Ifey goes from up 2-1, up 5-1.
And a tight cradle.
Three backs.
That's one thing. David's strong for a freshman.
He is. And if there's ever a time we need that strength, it's right now. The Eagles cannot afford to give up another 6. Cannot.
All right, he's got the hands separated. Good job there.
Ifey doing a nice job going chain wrestling on top, just working moves.
Working that bar.
Yeah, what was 2-1, Tony, just 45 seconds ago is now 8-1. Big tight waist from Ifey.
Well, we knew the Panthers were coming in with a chip.
Oh, no doubt.
No doubt. We just got to weather the storm right here. Good job.
All right.
Hey, 50 seconds, get a takedown. Cut this lead in half. Let's go. Nice.
I like that he's still attacking. He's got to take better shots. No real setup there. Non-contact single. Ifey, too good of a wrestler.
Yep. Like I heard you in the JV match talking to Riley about tapping the head, working from collar tie, setting up your shots.
Yeah, cutting the opponent in half, working half your body instead of going straight on.
Yep, hitting the angles, work the angles.
Score the front headlock here. Got to keep his hips away. Pressure the head. Get your hips away, David. Ifey trying to walk in on it. Big points right here, Tone. With 16 seconds to go at the end of the second. Going to be West Effort choice in the third. Trying to keep this from getting to a major. 13 points, much different than 14 points in a match like this.
Exactly.
David throwing a boot in. Could go either way here. Good decision. Good decision by the official. Tough situation for the Eagles to be in. You got to go down. But, I mean, Ifey was a hammer on top in the first.
Yeah, that's tough.
In the second, excuse me. David knows what's coming now.
David's just got to stay out of that. Oh, there's another caution on top.
The second?
Yep, second.
No, I was saying to Riley, we used to teach jumping the whistle on bottom when I was at Monmouth. You got 3 cautions before you give a point, so you might as well use them. Ifey's used both, so he's got to be careful.
Oh.
Nate loves pressure in that tricep, man.
Yep. I was talking to another West Everett alum on Saturday, and he was telling me when he coached David's like freaky. His arms, he can go behind his head. Like, it's crazy.
Flexibility.
His flexibility is through the roof.
That escape makes it 8-3. Ifey still up. David still working. Plenty of gas. Again, another non-contact shot just from too far away.
Yeah.
And, those kinds of shots coming, I know you want to try to score, but now it's 10-3. Chances are they're certainly going to look for the major here. Wouldn't be surprised if they cut him loose.
Cut him, yeah, take him down again. That's nice right there.
There's that freaky flexibility. No replay tonight, though.
No. Like we talked about, the production crew. Double duty tonight.
Big points here.
This would be huge. We got to get the takedown here.
Could be a stalemate. David needs to wrestle his way through this position. Yep. All right.
We're going neutral.
Okay.
Just can't get taken down.
Exactly, Tone. Exactly. A takedown makes it a major.
Major, yeah. You don't want to give up the major.
Stance. Stay in a bend. His head tapping.
Head tap. Collar tie.
Circle in.
Now you got to get the stall. Backing out. Now you just hope that freshman doesn't make that big mistake.
That's his third caution.
That's a point, right?
Yep. Yes, sir. Okay, that's huge.
That's huge.
Yeah. And now if you get there you go, you can take that shot now. That was a big caution call right there.
Yep. 10 seconds left.
But, you know, to Nate Ifey's credit, he's trying to get a takedown and get a major, so he's working just as hard to try to get 2 as David's trying to stay out of giving up 2. So I like Ifey. Tough wrestler, man.
Very tough wrestler.
All right, as we move into 145, and the next 5 weight classes, 6 weight classes will be the telltale sign of this match, as we see Michael Amarello. Michael, a junior.
I don't think Billy announced this one from Collingswood.
No, we're waiting to hear the last name of the Collingswood wrestler. We don't want to misplay this one. Great job by Michael.
Nice shot there.
Attacking on the drag. Trying to get 2 here. So this is Mason McKinnon, senior, 3-0 right now. Michael gets 2.
That's a big takedown from Michael.
It is. Michael wrestling with something to prove. Looked less than impressive on Saturday in his first varsity action, but clearly coming out here tonight with something to prove. Got his hips. McKinnon catches him in the Granby roll here, and it could be all she wrote.
Yep. And we know why McKinnon's 3-0.
Yeah. Yeah, just Michael trying to do a little too much there. McKinnon's a good wrestler, man.
Yes, he is.
And just like that, 152. Yep. As the Panthers go up 21-12, and the momentum sits on Collingswood's side as we see Duran Tinsley for the Eagles.
152 pounds for the Panthers, Jake Roseboro. Number Eagles, Duran Tinsley.
Jake Roseboro, 2-1, a sophomore against Duran Tinsley, a senior for the Eagles. Duran with a massive pin in the first match of the year. Coming out hot again here.
This is big. We need this right here. This is
a big... trading 6 again. Duran needs to settle in, watch his hips. At some point, Roseboro probably turn into him. Nope, slaps a half on. Looking for the cement mixer. Duran needs to settle in here and not let his hips and his nerves get the most of him. He's obviously very jacked up right now, but you can see the strength of Tinsley.
Tinsley bumping up to 52 for this match.
Yep. Roseboro doing a nice job fighting back. Got a 50-50 shot here, getting a takedown. Duran
that's what we need right there.
Hits the cement mixer. He's got to tee off.
He's got it right here.
He's got to tee off. Got to watch his hips here. Roseboro's got to weather the storm if he's got a shot to stay in it.
Got a minute left. Just fight this right here.
Watch your hips.
That's it right there.
Heavy hips
settle
right
back,
there.
settle back, settle back, settle back. There you go.
That's it.
Nice.
And a massive response from West Everett as we again continue to trade pin for pin. What's amazing is I know every coach in South Jersey is saying, guys, we cannot give up 6, and yet here we are. It's COVID wrestling. No such thing as anything but a pin. That's it. And here comes our boy, Dom Gentile.
Dom had a day off on Saturday. Should be fresh coming in tonight.
Yep, coming off of a big overtime win
against Sterling.
I believe this is Chris Leak, sophomore, 2-1.
Yeah, Billy Gore. Having a tough time getting names over there.
He sure is.
160 pounds for the Panthers, Chris Leak.
Yeah,
Chris Leak.
All right, so the Eagles find themselves in striking distance, 21-18. Holy smokes, Tone! I don't think we saw this coming.
Now, talking to the coaches, it was either going to be close or if we didn't wrestle well, it could have been bad.
Yep. See Dom trying to fight. Is that a legal figure 4 to the head?
With the arm in, I believe it is, if he has the arm on the
Figure 4 is legal, scissors is illegal.
Correct.
But you are correct. He did have the arm locked in there, which would make it legal. Dom's got to take his time coming out here.
There you go. Dom, there you go.
Come out.
Pop the head.
Hoping the official lets this play out. Could be a stalemate. I can't tell. Doesn't have it figure forward. Just got to lock the
There, nice. There's 2. Good job.
I'll tell you what, I appreciate the official letting those guys wrestle out of it. That's a great job by him. He could have easily caught a stalemate right there.
This was your guy, man. This was your guy the other night. He's looking good right now.
Yeah, I want to see him continue to mature every match. I think he's starting to understand the significant role that he plays in this lineup. But it's going to take 6 minutes.
Exactly. Just don't get sloppy. Stay crisp.
Good job by Leek wrestling out of it. Getting to his feet.
Man, give up that one with 10 seconds left.
Yeah, I know.
Set it up.
That'll end the first period. Up 2-1 is Gentile. It will be West Defford's. It will be Collingswood's choice. Man, I'll tell you what, I cannot get over the amount of pins that we've seen. You know,
well, with as long as the JV match went, it might be a good thing.
Some guys are still trying to get warm.
Yeah. When we get a lull, Jay, you got to explain to everybody what we talked about, how they realigned the Colonial Conference, the divisions.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Gentile trying to fight inside for the one-on-one. Leek doing a good job of fighting back to his base here.
Dom riding tough today.
Sure is good battle going on right now on the mat. Got to be careful here. It's a smart decision.
Right?
I want to see Dom stay on the attack now.
Yeah, you're going to cut him. Take him down.
Leek, a long, lanky wrestler. Dom a little more compact. Leek sitting at 2-1 on the season. Collingswood coming off an 81-0 win over Lindenwold last week. Sterling on deck for them. They're sitting at 2-1 overall.
Yep. West Defford, 3 tough matches.
Yeah.
Collingswood, 3 tough matches, except for Lindenwold. 2 tough matches. RV in their first match.
Yep. And Paulsboro.
And then they had that Lindenwold.
I mean, the reality of this season, especially for West Defford, with the schedule that they've built, is once you knock on hell's door and this season begins, you're going inside, like one way or another. And you better be prepared for that, because there is really no
lull in the West Defford schedule whatsoever.
But we talked about regions last week, and if you want to get to regions,
got to wrestle the best kids.
There is no team championship this year, so you might as well grip it and rip it. And Dom's in a similar position as he was earlier. 6 seconds to go. Leek just going to hold on here, try to end the period. All right, Tone, here we go. It's 2-2. West Defford choice. Going to be an interesting finish here.
Yep. Going to be exciting.
It's certainly a swing match.
This is that plus or minus 3.
Yep. Want to see Dom, personally want to see Dom have a lot of gas in this period. Gentile trying to get that leg back. Needs a scramble here, Leek doing a good job on the edge of the mat, hanging on. Now he can only hang on there for just 5 seconds.
5 seconds, right? The same as college now?
Yes, sir. Time to stay at work on bottom. Do not get flattened out. Let this thing, every second's going to count here. So the more he can stay on his knees and on his base, the better off we are. Leek's hips are low.
Hip over. There you
Step
go.
over.
There you go. Nice.
Good call. Reverse
Get that
half.
arm out. There you go. Reverse half.
This is unbelievable.
Nice. Come on, Dom.
Stay there.
Stay right there. Heavy on the chest.
All kinds of time. Does not need to rush this, but Tony, this would be huge.
This would be big.
Leak fighting hard. 1:18 to go on the clock. Gentile
yes.
up 4-2.
Nice.
Torque
Squeeze it. He's got Leak in a predicament.
There it is.
There it is.
Big six.
There it is.
Big six.
That's a huge win there.
Man, this is just unbelievable. 24. So now the Eagles go back up 24-21. You can't write this script, Tony. This. To those of you out there, we spent a lot of time talking about what we believe is going to happen, and this ain't it.
This is not what we talked about today.
Holy smokes. As we move into 170, and this has got to be your key right here. This is the key to victory tonight, and also, I believe, with the key to this young man's season, and that's Jordan Roan, sophomore, against Zach Kitchell, junior from Collingswood, an outstanding wrestler. First team all-conference a year ago, wrestling partners with Andy Clark, a state champion. So, needless to say, Kitchell knows what he's doing. Jordan has had a number of close, tight matches this year, and it's time for him to take the next step. Does that mean he needs to win this match? No, it means he's got to wrestle 6 great minutes.
Yep.
You shoot, Jordan. Get ready.
Jordan fought off that nice shot, though.
Sure did.
Oh, already? Wow. Don't want to be.
Which leads to 2.
There you go. There you go. You get a stall and a 2.
Not often that you get a stalling call in 2. It's interesting to get hit with that stalling 50 seconds into the match. We'll see what effect that has later in the round, later in the match. 2-1 now. Kitchell gets poked in the eye. Accidental.
Yep. Like to see Jordan getting aggressive, though. Just being smart. Keep everything tight.
The interesting thing, Tony, is to see, when you get a stalling call that early, it kind of changes your game plan a little bit. Because
oh, no, stay away from
heavy
that.
hips. Jordan's got great hips.
Yeah,
great
nice.
hips. Tony, this would be huge, Tone. Jordan, yeah, go ahead.
As strong as Jordan is, that just goes to show you how good Kitchell is to get out of that.
100%. And now Kitchell knows, about those hips.
Yeah, he might want to stay away from trying to throw Jordan.
Stay behind.
Like we said, win or lose, obviously we want Jordan to win here, but we just want to see him put together a great 6-minute match. So far, he's done that in the first period as he's up
6-1.
6-1, but Kitchell, a very good, very dangerous wrestler. I'm sure he's
planning his comeback right here.
Yes. West effort choices. We move into the second period with Roan up 6-1. Match score 24-21 in favor of the Eagles.
Coaches yelling to Jordan, telling him, be smart. Be smart here.
So was that Collingswood's choice? I guess that was Collingswood's choice?
I believe so. Yeah, there you go. That was a little bit of a late whistle.
Yeah. Both wrestlers feeling the pressure a little bit here, trying to jump that whistle.
Yeah, Kitchell's got a little extra pressure when West Everett just coming back with 2 pins.
Yep, absolutely.
Maybe trying to do too much.
Speaking of too much, Jordan does not need. He does not need to force anything here. I know, sometimes you get a good wrestler like Kitchell, and I know Jordan reached to throw a boot in there, but
yeah, you don't want to ride him parallel. Get that other stall.
And with every passing second, the pressure builds.
Watch that roll. Watch the roll. All right, that's a good.
I'll take it.
Take the 1, not the 2. I'll take that.
Makes the bout score 6-2 in favor of Roan. Got to imagine Kitchell's going to start cranking up the offensive pressure here.
Yep.
And again, Tony, like we talked about in the first, Roan has a stalling call. So you got to be careful if Kitchell starts really cranking this attack up, that he doesn't get another one and give up a cheap point.
No. No bad shots here.
Nothing.
Stay away from that headlock.
Can't have it. 2.
Nice.
That is huge. Huge.
I can't believe Kitchell hasn't figured out that he's not throwing him.
You took the words out of my mouth, Thomas. Surprised you went back to it. Discussion at the table. Trying to get the clock right here. Clock did not start on time. Veteran clock operator John Heron over there has been doing this for a long time. All right, and that makes the bout score 8-2 in favor of Roan. And again, you know, my only concern, Tony, is that Jordan tries to do too much.
Exactly. There you go. Just ride right here. Try and ride, grinding. Kitchell's got to do the score now.
Yeah.
Now, you know, you don't want to go too defensive already, but...
Agreed.
Roney just has to ride him a little bit. If he starts to get away, cut him. It's a good ride by Jordan.
Yep. Got his hips in there. Kitchell feeling a little bit of pressure.
Back. There you go.
No rolls, no Petersons. You know, know where your hips are. Kitchell continuing to fight.
Reach back. There's a good job. Don't ever reach back.
No. And Tony, give me an interesting decision here as we know. Does not need to force that boot. Interesting decision for West Effort's corner here on Saturday. Jordan did not look great on bottom. Got ridden out at Haddonfield and so up 8-2.
And they're going to put him in neutral.
Yeah, lesson learned. And now it's up to him to wrestle, though. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, he's got to. You know, Kitchell's going to come at him now. He's got 2 minutes left.
And he's got a stall call.
Yep.
So you can't just hang for 2 minutes. This is about being offensive. And I wouldn't be shocked if Kitchell goes for another big headlock and just tries to catch him, to be quite honest with you. I know Jordan fought it off the first two, but you never know.
I'm surprised Kitchell did he shoot? Nice double. Nice. Jordan is wrestling tonight, Jay.
This is what we needed to see from the sophomore.
This is what you and I talked about every day in your office. This is what we expected to see out of this young man.
Yep, and a win tonight could continue to keep his region hopes alive at 170, even with a couple tough losses. But he's got a ways to go here as Kitchell 3-0 is always capable of turning the tide here.
Yeah, you know he's a dangerous wrestler.
Yeah, here it is again. It's coming. So, Tony, we were talking earlier about the Colonial Conference realignment. You get to see we get an injury time here. Nope, right back to the center. I like it.
I think that was... when you're in the heat of the battle, you don't really hear the whistle.
1:11 to go. Roan up with a major currently 10-2. So this riding is really big. I just don't love throwing a boot. I know he's comfortable there, but Kitchell is a strong wrestler, and you got to know where your hips are. And
you don't want to get too high. We seen that the other night with the John Toomey.
Yep, good call.
David Wright got a little high with the boots in. Toomey reached up, pulled the head down, pinned him.
Yep, great call. And we do want to see Jordan finish, obviously, on top with a major decision as much as we want him to win. But every point in a match like this plays a part. We go down to 30 seconds to go.
Nice, drag him out. There you go.
Good ride.
Nice roll through with that.
Got to expect some last-ditch efforts here by Kitchell.
Kitchell trying every little last bit.
Jordan fighting hard. Kitchell's in a good position. Get an escape here.
Get out of there.
15 seconds.
Cut him.
Roan's got to hang on. Edge of the mat wrestling.
Good job, Jordan. 5 seconds left. Good job. Jordan Roan stepped up to the plate tonight.
Gotta finish here, Tone. This could be a 1-point match when the night's over, and it could come down to this major decision with 6 seconds to go and Roan up 10-2 in what many did not believe to be a toss-up match. Kitchell was the easy favorite, especially the way Jordan had been wrestling, but it seems like Jordan's coming to terms with his maturity tonight.
Nice.
Kitchell showing frustration. That's a major decision for Jordan Roan. That's an outstanding job by that young man. With a major decision to put the Eagles up by 27, 28, 21. All right, Ian Corey.
Is this Greg? It's either Greg or Rod.
Yep.
Michael Gregg. He's another 3-0 wrestler for the Panthers.
Ian's had some big pins this season, but I think he's the underdog in this bout. Certainly, the story remains the same. Don't give up 6. Do not give up bonus.
I'll tell you, Ian had a really nice match on Saturday.
He's been wrestling well, too. Like, really surprising a lot of people. He's a very strong athlete, but he was an inexperienced wrestler and has certainly shown some promise here in his senior year. Another guy similar to Dom Gentile.
Crazy. He's almost giving up 20 pounds to these guys, too.
I know. He's similar to Dom Gentile in the sense that I think he knows his role in the lineup.
I like his aggressiveness going out against kids, 3-0.
So these upper weight matches are where the bonus is going to come into play.
Yep. You just can't get a little crazy. Don't want to give up that 6 here.
Michael Gregg, a junior, 3-0 right now, 27-12 in 2020. So got a lot of wrestling done and a great record. Watch throws. Hung his head up there, and we're right back to where we. That's impressive. Great response by Michael Gregg. And just like that, it's 28-27, and we are exchanging points left and right. As we move in already, Tony, to 195. There's only 4 matches to go here in this roller coaster of a match. As senior Cody Thurston. It's going to be Ryan Rogers, I assume.
Yeah, I wanted to see them bump Greg up to 95.
Agreed.
He wrestled 95 in his 3 matches prior to that.
But if you're not going 95,
if not going 95 in the regions, yeah, that's true.
Okay, this is Juan Gallardo. We saw Juan in the JV match. Wrestled Caden Thurston. He decisioned Caden. Funny, Juan gets the Thurston brothers tonight. This is the older, bigger version of Caden.
the 8th in the state, bigger version.
Yeah. Juan, though, very, very strong. And Cody cannot try to do too much here. Settling in.
Settled in. A lot of time here. A lot of time. Not too many people are getting out of Cody this way.
No, Cody's got plenty of time here. He will settle in. Like a boa constrictor settling in on its prey.
No, that's nice. Pick up that, scoop that head right there. There you go. Good job, Cody.
Still 60 seconds to go. Gallardo fighting hard, understands the importance of bonus. And that's 6 for the Eagles. I had this match 31-28 Eagles. We're at 34-27 with 4 matches to go.
And here we go. We get to see our other senior captain.
This is the match.
Right, this is where we were giving up 6 every match.
Yep, this is it. Senior captain Michael Griffith back in action. All kinds of juice from the senior. You just got to wonder how much gas does he have in the tank after being out of it for so long. Michael's done a great job this offseason with his strength gains.
Yep. Even after football's over, Mike's still in the weight room.
Yep. Michael, a captain on our football team this year, captain on this team. We felt it immediately in the JV match when we looked up and saw him in the stands leading the cheers for his JV mates. Just a phenomenal leader.
Do we know who we got from Collingswood, Jay? Is this Chubb?
I believe so.
Carl Chubb?
Yep. My concern, Tone, is sometimes when you have a comeback like this, you get so excited that you tend to empty the gas tank a little too early,
I'm right there with you, Jack. So he's coming out of 110% in the beginning. Then he has really not in wrestling shape yet.
And your lungs start burning, and Your feet start, your legs start getting a little wobbly. And
Yep, and then that Panther weathers the storm.
Yep.
And then you start taking bad shots.
Peterson from Michael puts him right back on top. 40 seconds to go. Needs to stay underneath the arms. He's fishing for that power half. Makes the score 4-3 Griffith. 30 seconds to go. Don't do too much here. Just wrestle a solid match.
That's it. Wrestle, ride him out the rest of this period.
We do not need to continue to exchange pins.
No. Not with 2 matches left.
No.
Right? Heavyweight and 106?
That's correct. So if you get a decision here, you're up by 10. And then it's,
It's Jabril time.
Jabril time. Michael finished the period up 4-3. Came out real hot. He's just settle into his wrestling now. And
Yes.
I mean, this could be a match here. I mean,
This is big. This is big. All right.
because I know he's thinking, well, if I pin here, it's 40-27, and we just won the match. And that is not what needs to happen. As Collingswood gives a neutral decision, which will give Griffith another point, put him up 5-3. Tells you a little bit about the lack of confidence that Collingswood has for Chubb on top. Gotta stay away from headlocks, body locks. No, you don't have that.
No.
Chubb does not want to be on the mat. Griffith leads 6-5 and fatigue begins to set in. Michael just needs to wrestle smart. Michael fishing for underhooks. Just needs the pummel.
He's got that hand on the tricep. Let's go.
I cannot stress enough how difficult coming back to your first wrestling match from a 2-week layoff can be.
Yep. And all these guys got 4 matches or more under their belt.
Yep. Mike needs the head pressure crowded.
That's a nice takedown there, Michael.
Nothing cute here. Stay on top. Work your power halves and work wrists. Chubb, a senior, 0-1 right now. 10-14 a year ago. Trying to hang in there and ensure no bonus points. And I mean, he's certainly in striking distance. Gets a stalling call against Chubb. 8-5 Griffith. Sorry, Chubb. Michael working wrists. I like that.
Short time here, Mike. Don't give up anything now.
Unnecessary cradles.
Yes.
As we enter the third.
Chubb taking neutral.
Chubb's got plenty of juice left, and I think you got to be real careful here because
Yeah, he's only got 3 points.
you just got to believe that Chubb has something big that he can hit with at any time.
Yeah, because I haven't seen him take a shot.
No, but Michael's leaning pretty heavy, and I know he knows it. This might be the most important 95 seconds of tonight right here. Of course, until we get the heavyweight. The one thing I don't like that Michael's trying to do is force these headlocks. And
Yeah, it's just Chubb's not falling for the headlock right now.
pummel, wrestle like a heavyweight here. A decision counts for the team score, so we'll take it. Minute and 15 left. Another nice outside. So now you got to fish a half. You want to fish a half here, you got a shot.
There you go. Pick it up, Mike.
Stay on the mat.
That was a nice outside single.
That's Michael's go-to. It's his bread and butter. But he's got to finish that. 67 seconds to go. What do you got left in the tank here, Griff? Chubb knows the situation.
It's an exciting match, Jay.
You're not kidding. Oh, nice shrug. Stay on the mat with it. Good job by Jubb putting his foot on the mat. I'll tell you what, that takes something out of you. When you're in on a single like that and fighting to keep it high and he's fighting to put his foot on the mat, that'll fatigue you a little bit here. But I love that Michael's staying offensive, Tom.
Yep, we talked about it, right? You get to the third period, the guy with the bigger heart.
Yep.
You definitely see the difference in conditioning here, too.
100%. Michael needs to stay in a great stance. He's a little bit top heavy here.
Leaning forward.
20 seconds. Yep.
Oh.
Yep, be careful here. Be careful here. Do not need to exchange throws here. Michael does not need to body lock and exchange throws. He needs to pummel and keep his hips away. Pummel and keep his hips away. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. Griffith up 8-5. 3.
All right, good job, Michael.
I'll tell you what. When you think about the forfeits that we've been giving up at 220, we'll take +3 anytime.
Yeah, it's just a 9-point swing usually.
He's acting like he can feel his legs, but he absolutely cannot feel his legs right now.
We'll have to talk to him tomorrow in school.
And here it is, Tony, the match of the night. You win, your team wins. You lose, we go to 106. This is his coming out night. Jabril Barksdale needs to announce his presence tonight. He's had 2 matches. He's 1-2 right now, I believe, against Chase Longo Jr., who's 1-2. Similar builds. I'm sure Chase knows headlocks. As Jabril hits the duck, need to watch out for headlocks.
Yeah, Jabril coming out aggressive.
Sure has.
Yeah, you don't want to shoot on Chase Longo.
What Jabril wants to do is he wants to go to distance. He wants to go to the distance and just be a smart wrestler. But
yeah,
needs a pop. Not popular.
He lost a tough decision on Saturday.
I mean, you take this thing the distance, Tone, and the match is over. If Jabril wins, the match is over. If he loses by decision, the match is over.
Yep.
So he needs to settle in right now and just be a smart wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, at worst, give up 3.
Right. The crowd in the nest feels the tension. My anxiety is certain through the roof, Tone.
I can see it, Jay.
Oh, smokes. It's 5 more years off the end of my life with this match.
I hear you. Jabril holding his ground.
He is. These 2 guys wrestling like heavyweights right now. You got to take this thing to the mat. We saw Ramir Vaughn in the JV match go into sudden victory period. So, take it the distance. Let's see who's got more gas. Let's see who's better on the mat.
Yeah, Longo Jr. Jabril sophomore, correct?
Yes, sir. As we approach the 30-second mark in the first period. 2 big cats continue to pummel. If West Effort can pull this one off, it would be a great response.
What are you doing, Jay? You going down?
Oh, God.
I'd probably go neutral.
I would put Jabril down. I would not put him on top.
No, I wouldn't put him on top for a roll.
Yeah. And the rationale being exactly what you said, Tony. Every big guy's got a roll, and you saw Jordan Roan's hips earlier when Kitchell tried hitting throws and things. Those are great hips. I don't know that Jabril is there yet with his hips. Going to see a lot here, Tony. It's to tell you a lot about this match.
Ooh.
Tell you what, great job by Longo being physical on top. This should be huge. This should be huge for the Panthers.
Get that arm out of there. Get that arm.
Barksdale needs to fight out of it. Lots of time left.
I don't know, Jay.
Huge pin for the Panthers. Chase Longo coming up big as a hero and makes this match 37-33 as we go into 106. And when you talk about every point makes a difference, Tony, they are a major decision away from making this thing a tie match, going to criteria. They are a pin or tech away from winning the match, and buckle up. We knew this was what tonight was going to be.
Yeah, I think it's Anthony Catando and Plotz.
Yep, yes, sir. Catando had the day off on Saturday. Terranoni got the start. Certainly could have lit a fire under Anthony. That's what I think the coaches are hoping for. In a great battle right now to see who gets the first takedown. Yeah, these two guys are going to go to war. They know what's on the line here. And the nest is absolutely rocking. Collingswood wrestlers on their feet. West effort.
Anxiously sitting in the bleachers.
Anxiously biting the fingernails. Tanner's got to cut the corner. Finish.
Down.
Finish.
Oh, there it is.
No, here, Tanner. There it is. He's got to sell it.
Suck it back. Suck it back.
He's got to live for the match.
Suck him back.
This is for the match. That's a great job. Responding from Anthony Catando to finish the match for the Eagles. An incredible response from a rough Saturday. Anthony Catando lights a fire and gets the job done for the Eagles. An unbelievable match. That's an incredible battle. Congratulations to both teams. Head coach from the Collingswood Panthers, Declan Moody, again doing a phenomenal job with his team. Major shout out to the coaching staff of West Effort for coming back and getting it done. Great to see Michael Griffith back on the mat tonight, getting a huge 3. You know, that 3 comes in big. We're
huge.
Yeah, giving up 6.
We're giving up 6 there every match.
And we're out again in 50 minutes. I don't know how we're doing this. The JV match tonight lasted longer than all 3 varsity matches combined. So, once again, from the nest, that's going to wrap it up.
Kudos to Collingswood to bring a lot of JV kids. So it gives our kids a lot of wrestling. 100%. It's awesome.
Tone, we will see you soon. Final score here from the nest, 43 West Effort.
I think we're away Wednesday, correct, Jay?
Yeah, at Audubon.
And then we're back on Friday.
Back on Friday.
Guest commentator, John Craig on Friday.
Yeah, we're going to miss you, Tone. Final score from the nest, West Effort 43, Collingswood 33. Have a great night, everybody.
Oh, my gosh.